NYC migrant crime general riots getting out of hand could drive residents from the city. Wow. Looks to me it's just one big Truman Show going on here in New York City. Now, if you watch the big brother Cash Jordan, man, you know Cash Jordan, he covers New York all day, every day. He speaks about what's going on in New York, and this is his niche, and he's making a lot of money off of this niche. I mean, New York seems to me that this is what they're pushing because, you know, it seems to me that they want the residents to roll out, and they just want to gentrifying it, gentrification and on steroids, and look at the crime now. Check this out.
For the second day in a row, the NYPD has taken down illegal street vendors along Roosevelt Avenue in Jackson Heights, Queens. Officers were seen confiscating merchandise. Some of the goods are reportedly stolen.
So that's a video of a recent raid in one of the city's open-air theft markets. And this market, it's in Queens. It reappears sometimes just hours after the police leave, and it's there.
You hear that? It reappears. So what you just saw there was just really basically one shit show, really. You know what I'm saying? Because they know it's going to reappear. They'll come, step on it, take your stuff, tell you to leave. You know what I'm saying? They know that they're not really actually trying to stop it. It's like pretty much, you know, I'm just going to give you a smack on the wrist. Don't do that no more. You know what I mean? It's like almost like the ATF busting in somebody's crib tomorrow. It's a drug bust. They go confiscate the stuff, and then they bust in the front door and walk out, leave out the back. They go put the product right back in the street. You know what I mean? But it's just all, you know. I'm trying to tell you, man. The more you research, the more you'll know that, you know, this is the reason why they say crime pays, because it don't pay for you, it pays for the system. Now, what's going on here in New York, this is what they're doing in New York, right? They are, first of all, you can go to New York and you can steal whatever you want. You can just take it. You get it for free, right? And when you get the product, you can sell the product. Now, obviously, this is some type of this is an organization. This ain't, I don't think that it's about a person. I don't think a person individually can go out there and just start stealing stuff. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not in New York. I'm assuming. But from what I'm seeing, it seems to me that it's something you got to be a part of this Antifa. And there's rules and regulations going on with, because it's orchestrated. So anything that's orchestrated, then you know it's some type of higher ups. You know what I'm saying? So from what I'm seeing is, if these people are able to go ahead and steal a bunch of stuff and then resell it, and they don't get locked up, they don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? If they do go to jail, they get like slapped on the wrist and then let right out. And the whole time while this is all happening, the businesses is closing down. So you got Family Dollars and, you know, all these other, you know, I don't even know they got family. I don't even think they said Family Dollars. They're more like CVS's and all these clothing stores in New York, expensive clothing stores. Like there was that Lumen Lemon. I don't know if that Lumen Lemon, whatever that lemon store that they got, I don't know if that thing closed down, but I just know it was a lot of theft going on. So you can go up in that joint, you can steal what you want. They ain't gonna lock you up. Then you go ahead and resell it. So like I said, it's and then there's a whole bunch of people doing it. So it got to be like a part of some type of Antifa gang stalking. That's what these people are. These people are Antifa gang stalking that's doing this. Antifa gang stalkers. They are a part of some club. You see what I'm saying? This ain't just no random acts like a random person doing it. So, but meanwhile, while all this is taking place, businesses is shutting down. So while you got businesses and vendors shutting down, the street vendors are taking over. So you could shut down a business, you and your clique, and all you got to do is go in and rob them, take their goods, and then you can sell their goods right outside the store. In fact, right outside their store. Wow. Welcome to the New World Order, people.
Pretty much year-round. Now, it's important to understand that over 200,000 people have come to New York seeking asylum, and most of them did not come here to steal things from CVS or Home Depot. Yet a small minority have chosen to pursue a life of crime instead of the American dream, sometimes selling things in front of the very stores they steal from. Now, in this raid, officers...
You heard that. They selling the stuff right in front of the stores that they stole it from. Now you know that got to be a psyop. Officer, he's right there. Who? Where? Who? The guy that stole all of our stuff. He's right there. He's selling it. Aren't you gonna lock him up? Well, I'm sorry, but unfortunately we can't. We can't lock him up. But I tell you, if DB ever bring his ass up to New York, we'll gang stalk the hell out of him. We'll sure do that.
Confiscated a variety of merchandise, jewelry, power tools from Home Depot of all places. If you go to Home Depot now, you're going to notice that those are all locked up. But there's another issue. You don't just have people selling stuff on the street corners in Manhattan. This theft market, it's by a residential neighborhood where you have people, families, children, schools. And if you live somewhere and then within 1 year the neighborhood completely changes, and it changes in a manner that is technically against the law, that might hurt your ability to live there the same way that you used to, and that's what the former governor was talking about. But even though crime is a big issue for many people, he mentions that the asylum seekers are just doing what anyone would do in an unfamiliar environment, which of course is no excuse for criminal behavior, but he does point out that certain levels of crime tolerated by the city do have a negative effect on people's neighborhoods and their existence. And he goes on to say that once you allow certain levels of low-level crime to exist all the time, it alienates the people who live in those parts of town where this crime exists.
So there you go, y'all. Y'all want out New York, man? Just go ahead and buy the clothes off the ground.
But is he right about that? And
it's cheaper.
if he is this enough of a problem that's going to actually cause people to leave the city? Or is this just another example of a former governor backseat driving?
This is the byproduct of bringing thousands of people to a city and telling them they cannot work. This is what we're seeing.
Quality of life issues are nothing new in this part of Jackson.
So Mayor Adams, who is in the proverbial driver's seat of the city itself, says that this isn't something all asylum seekers do. But crime, like what we're witnessing in these news reports, is something that should be expected when the city tries to house 65,000 people who can't work and just have to stay home all day. But the former governor has also remarked that this type of crime creates a climate of aggressive intimidation in middle-class neighborhoods predominantly made up of immigrants. But this raises two big questions. First, do we even have enough police to stop all of this crime that we're seeing? And two, how many people...
Do they have enough police? I'm pretty sure they do. Look, I haven't been in New York in years. I think the last time I've been in New York was probably like around 2014. Or maybe 13, 14. That was the last time I've been in New York. And I didn't get activated until 2016. So... when I was in New York, I wasn't getting no street theater back then. There was the gang stalkers was out there, but I didn't know anything about gang stalking. I ain't, there wasn't no color codes. I ain't see a bunch of red cars and none of it like that. So I can just imagine, saying, like I said, since 2013, 2014, I could just imagine if I was to go up there now, man, the police gonna be up there around me, a whole bunch of bots. Since New York is a big ass city, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I get heavily gang stalked out here, that, I can just imagine that big city of New York. So many gang stalkers. All in a damn way.
People have actually left the city over the last year. Is this really happening, or is this something else?
When these raids happen, it does spook some of these.
Really happening, or
you see the gang stalk in the back?
How many people have actually left the city over the last year?
That's the gang stalkers right. He trying to figure out why my man talking to the camera. But this is a gang stalker. That's the gang stalker move right there. You know what I mean? All in your mix, all in your business, man. Mind your business, player. Don't you got things to do? You in New York City, man. Go find something to do.
Is this really happening, or is this something else?
When these raids happen, it does spook some of these vendors, so they stop selling for a day or two, but then once things cool down, they see police leave the area. Well, they come back out here and set back up. So this just...
So this is a problem, because while the NYPD...
You know what I'm saying? They go ahead and separate. As soon as the police leave, we right back in market.
He can come in and basically sweep the street clean and get all the vendors to leave. They just end up coming back because there is not a permanent police presence where there is a permanent...
There's not a permanent police presence. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, Cass Jordan. Man, ain't that amazing, Cass Jordan? That's not a permanent police present. Man, I got police present in my world all day. They probably outside right now waiting for me to just look out the window or something. They probably riding, or they just ride around the circles, this whole parameter. They, you know what I'm saying, just waiting for me to just synchronize so they can synchronize when I walk outside the door or whatever.
Outdoor theft market. And after the vendors come back, there's another temporary crackdown, and it just creates this big cycle where you've got crime and crackdowns and more crime and more crackdowns. Residents, they don't want to deal with this. They just want to live in peace. Now, to many people,
there is no peace. There is no peace. You know why? You know why? Because we're dealing with the beast. And you see that target sign, player. You see it. That's what we're dealing with right there. The beast. Are you next to be the next target? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, y'all. Holla back. DB Gang Stalking Simulation. Mixed in with a little bit of Cash Jordan. We'll holla at you later. Keep hope alive.